Good afternoon and welcome to Unstoppable Agents. This is the show that real estate agents come to build their business, build their wealth, and build a life of impact and significance. You know what? I'm your host, Brian White. I am a realtor with eXp Realty based in Dallas. I lead a team and serve in our communities. I'm excited about what I get to do today because I get to interview amazing icon agents. So the Icon Award is the highest, it's the pinnacle. It's the top performing agents in the country. It's the top 2 to 3% out of more than 85,000 agents at eXp Realty. You're going to get some great tips, some great advice, and really some great insight today. I'm excited to bring Yisbel Bera on the line. So Yisbel, welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit ahead of time, and so you've been with EXP just 14 months, and you've already hit Icon. So congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I love this company. I'm excited.
And I was doing a little bit of research. Did you? When is your year? So you're 2 months into your new year. Did you already cap? Did I see that you had already capped?
Yes, that's right. I already capped with 2.5 months. I capped. Yes.
So for those watching, what that means is that Yisbel has 9.5 months left of zero commission. So she's not paying her broker a split anymore for the next 9.5 months. So high five to you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm very excited. And this company is very unique, and there's none like this one. I assure there's
Well,
none.
that's great. And the thing is, so you're here because you're an icon. That means you're in the top 2% of realtors at EXP out of more than 85,000, which is pretty special right out of the gate. But you get a little bit more than a plaque at EXP, don't you?
Oh yes, 100%. We get the stock, we get bonus, the rewards, which is we get a 60,000 back, which is amazing.
It is amazing. I love getting a stack of stock. It's a lot better than I'll take a plaque. It's nice, but money's certainly a lot better. Isabel, you didn't start at EXP, so tell me about your real estate journeys. Like, where did you start? What did your business look like getting started? Tell me about your history.
Yeah, so I started in 100% company, which I don't talk bad about any company. Nothing wrong with the 100%, but you get what you pay.
Yeah.
And I believe the split is just a number and a mindset. So it's so important that you get involved and you align with people that add value to your business, that provide you tools, guidance, and in this company, we had mentorship, guidance, and the best of the best. So I wish I could start right here, what I am right now. But yeah, that's definitely how I started. 100% company, and didn't have any much guidance, to be honest with you. But there's a reason for everything, right? Now I see the value, I see the difference, and now I can tell others what it is and what is the difference and why.
So that's interesting. And when people say that they're at 0% companies, that means they paid a transaction fee. So they didn't pay a split, but you paid a certain amount per transaction. Is that right?
That is correct. That is correct.
And in a lot of cases, with you too, that was cheaper, right? So if you paid per transaction, then so you chose to pay EXP more than you were before because you saw there was dramatically more value at EXP than there was at a discount company or at a per transaction company.
But again, as new agents, I recommend all new agents that you have to look above from that. You
Yeah.
know, that there's no limit in this business. You make as much as you believe that you can make. And a split,
Right.
again, is just a number are limitless.
I love that. I love that. So you really, like you said, you get what you pay for and you get a lot more value and a lot more opportunity and a lot more people pouring into you. So tell me about so what was your experience when you joined EXP? What kind of mentorship and or training have you received since you joined?
Okay, so I do have several designation and a specialty attached to my license. I'm a GRI, graduated Realtor Institute. I have the PSA that is, well, there's several. I don't like to talk about all of them because definitely will be a lot, but I believe that education is a very important key in this business. If you want to add value to sellers and buyers, you definitely want to get trained, want to get educated, and this is the place. So far, I done successful transactions, being in the Future Top Agent magazine, and so many things. And so it's important also the community work. I am part of NAREP Naples, part of the board of director. part of the Hispanic board also as a board of director and so many things. So when you do these different things, you put your name out there. It's not all about sales, but it's also about getting involved with the community. We have a voice as a business owner. We also have to give back. And prior to become full-time real estate agent, I used to work for the state of Florida in the department children and families. I have a bachelor degree in business management and marketing as well.
So what I love about that is you could tell that for a long time now, you've had a heart for service. You got a degree in serving. You continue to educate yourself so you can serve your clients better. And then you're even giving back in the community. So serving on the board of realtors, serving in a variety of ways. So so I'd be curious, you do that for serving, but have you also seen that just the visibility that's given you and your position in the community has turned around and helped you in your business?
100%, because the people want to do business with someone that add value, with someone that
Yeah.
is not just about the money, but it's also about caring and serving. And it's important to understand, Brian, that in this business, we are solving problem and we are serving. The last thing I look at is the commission percentage, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the money is not important. It is important, especially this business that we have so many expenses, but it's the last thing you should look at it. I tell my agents, I have a team, and I tell my agents, the last thing you want to look at is the commission, because you can fake that you care. You can fake that.
Yeah.
So you want to address the need of the person. If you like work with first-time home buyers, then do some workshop out there and add some value. Do some classes and courses to educate these buyers that is their first time. If you like to work with investors, then you might want to choose some video out about how can you flip or how can you get the most out of your homes or flips and all those kind of things. So depends on what is your target and your vision, your mission statement as business owner, because we are all business owner, we are all independent. That has to be with the type of activity, it has to go online with the type of activity that you're going to do out there in the community and the presence that you will have out there as well.
One of the things you touched on there was training and becoming educated in your target market. And that's one of the great things. We have more than 50 hours a week of live training. It's actually a lot higher than that in most cases, but the number we can commit to is 50 plus. So pretty is phenomenal. And take your pick, right? So if you want to do script practice, if you want to online lead conversion, sphere of influence, cold calling, door knocking, circle prospecting, farming, whatever it is, you can find training to really plug in and pour in. So tell me a little bit about your business. So what does your business look like? Are you sphere of influence based? So out of that menu I just described, are you sphere of influence based? Do you farm? Do you buy a bunch of leads? What's your deal?
Okay, so right now I'm looking to build my team bigger and better. And right now my main focus is to increase the team members in my team, because I do have definitely a great lead generations. My business name and the team name is very well positioned here in the community. And so I'm looking to receive more team members if they are a good fit for our vision and mission in the community, and so we can help out everyone and all these leads that comes daily to our office. And yeah, right now that's what I'm looking at, delegating more, because the state of Florida is very stable, even though with all the things happening, still is stable, is still a lot of high in demand, and there's still a little bit of inventory as well.
So where does your business come from? Are you guys sphere of influence based? Or are you bringing the leads in online?
I would tell you this: 90% of my leads is referral, and 10% is lead generation. So yes, I've been 19 plus years in this area, so I know a lot of people. And when you serve someone great, those are going to bring you the next one, and those next one, the next one. So 90% of my business is referral based, and the other 10% is lead generation. I use Realtor.com, Make It Rain, which is a platform that we have here in the
So I love that. So 90% referral is fantastic. And especially, you find that a lot of individual agents have a high referral rate. It's even more challenging once you bring on team members. So Tell me a little bit about how do you, as you bring on other teams, how do you continue to build on that referral? How do you ensure you're providing a high level of service?
Yeah, they have to pass through a training.
Okay.
Okay. I want to make sure that they understand the process, that they will follow through. I don't provide leads the same day, especially if they're new. If they have some kind of experience, they will go to a different training process to make sure that we always speak the same thing and that Kingdom Group is the same thing, that they feel like they're dealing directly with me because I can handle it all. So basically, that's what I do. They have to go through a training process.
I love that. That's terrific. So I want to touch on Kingdom Group for a second and get you to explain that. So I have not a real estate company, but I have another company called Kingdom First Group. So I love that. So tell me about Kingdom Group for a minute.
Yeah, of course. So Kingdom Group is, I will tell you this, the very first thing in my life is God. Respecting everybody's belief, whether you believe in the mother nature, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus. And so my number one thing in my business is God is Jesus. He's the one who provides absolutely everything. And he's the one who owns my business. I'm just an admin here in earth. I'm a servant. And that's why I give the name of Kingdom Group. I want everyone, every agent of Kingdom Group, people feel like they matter, that their needs matter, that they need are being addressed, and that we are serving, that we are the lie and the guide for those folks, buyers, sellers, and investors.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it. If you seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added to you. So
Amen. That's
um,
exactly right.
it's beautiful.
That's exactly
I love
right.
it.
That's one of my core value. I love you bring that up. Yeah, sometimes people are not very receptive, and I respect, but yes.
Well, like you said, you respect others' beliefs and not trying to shove anything on anybody, but you do a wonderful job of sharing your beliefs and making sure that people know where you stand. So that's awesome. If a new agent was to start today, what would you tell them to do? Like, how would you tell them to build your business? Where would you tell them to start?
Okay, I would tell them to start, first of all, to do as many open house as possible. They
Okay.
will not do the open house by themselves. They will do it with someone that already have experience. And once we see that they feel secure to be on their own in an open house, we let them do it on their own. That's the number one. Then the other one, and the other side, combine to do contract trainings. You need to know
Okay.
your contracts. Even though you have a transaction coordinator, you need to know of what you're doing because buyers are going to ask you. You need to have the answer. We are not here to give legal advice, but you need to know your purchase, your assets, your farm bar, your lease. So I would tell them that start doing open houses. At the same time, do your contract series training. And also, I would do some recommendations on sold designation that I definitely see a huge value, like the PSA, which is the pricing, especially that provide you so many tools and details how you do your CMA. Personally, I'm very meticulous when assigning pricing to my listings, and this give you like a roadmap how to do how to price it well, how to price it to sell. So definitely training and practice. It cannot be too much of practice and no training, or too much training and no practice. It has to be combined.
It's good. You got to get the
And
knowledge first, then you got to put it into use. Because
yeah,
what is it? Jesse Sikorsky says, "Enthusiasm on fire is better than knowledge on ice." I love that. So knowledge on ice doesn't do anybody any good. You got to put it into practice.
that's right. And another thing is you want to tell all your friends and family that you're here to help them and serve them. Start calling them, start letting them know, and spread the word out there that you are an agent. You don't want to hear, oh, I didn't know you were an agent. So definitely you want to make sure that they know you are an
It's
agent.
it's an interesting thing that agents talk about a lot. And you see them post on online, and oh, my brother-in-law, oh, so and so show somebody else, and people get their feelings hurt and they get frustrated. And for those of you watching, the thing I always tell people is, if you were adding enough value, they wouldn't have chosen somebody else. If you were educating them, if you were loving on them, if you were serving them, then there's no reason they would have chosen somebody else. They didn't wake up and think, oh, you know what? I want to hurt Yisbel's feelings today. You know what I want to do is I want to really make her sad. No, and that's not the case. I shouldn't have used her name because she's adding a ton of value. But if you're adding enough value, then people will choose you and not somebody else.
That's exactly right. And in this business, is definitely very important to have emotional intelligence. You have to feeling. You need to put your feelings aside. I'm not gonna get mad if someone doesn't choose me. You shouldn't. But at the same time, if someone didn't choose you, that's something for you to learn. What happened? Something happened
Yeah,
there. Uh-huh.
that's great. So let me go back and double click, because you said that you would have agents go do open houses. And there are a lot of people that think open houses are dead. So tell me about that. Tell me about what you think and why you encourage agents to do open houses.
Yeah, so open houses is definitely a great way to get you started. And open houses, I don't believe they're dead. I want to share with you what I do when I do open houses. I
Yeah.
show up an hour early to the open house. I do the day before or early in the week, I do a little farming. I love to use the realist
Mhm.
tax that we have on the MLS. I'm not sure if Texas State,
Yep.
I'm
We
assuming
do.
that all MLS will be about the same. But
Yep.
what I do, I type the address and I start searching about 10 houses, 10 to 15 houses that they have a lot of equity. I write down their address, and then on the day of the open house, I knock on the doors and let them know that we will be having an open house in about an hour, that they are going to be the priority, that the public will come an hour later. And when that way, they might be motivated to sell. And by the way, you have a beautiful home. If you're looking to sell, I might have someone interested, or I can help you out to get it sold, because when they have a tons of equity, it doesn't mean that they will sell the home, but they will be most likely motivated. And you doing door knocking like randomly. And you want to do door knock, you want to work smart, no hard. So that's why I like to use Realist Tax. It's a great tool. There's some other great tools out there. I put signs everywhere so people know about it. I put on social media. I do direct mailing as well. And that's about it. What I do, just have fun, enjoy what you do. And I believe that open house is definitely great. I don't believe it's said. It's a
So, so- so I agree with you completely. It's a great way to meet new people. And honestly, if nothing else, it's just a great way to promote the fact that you're busy. Hey, I'm doing an open house. Hey, I'm successful. It may not even be your listing, but the people seeing you on social media don't know that. You're just, hey, I'm at 123 Main Street. I'm doing an open house today, and it's beautiful. And they show the way that you market, and it's a great way to represent yourself. So when you're door knocking, are you giving them anything? Did you prepare a CMA? Are you printing anything you're handing to them? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I have the open house flyer, and also I will provide them a mini CMA for their property, because
Okay.
remember, we're doing business intentional. Be
Mhm.
intentional when doing business. So you want to hand, hey, by the way, I look at your home. I think it's a great home. Here, I did a short CMA in the event that you might be interested and open to discuss the possibility of selling your home. You have a lot of equity, which is a great opportunity in the market today. We still have a lot of demand. Everyone loves Florida. And so that's what I do,
That's, that's,
provide.
that's That's brilliant. And it's proactive. And what I love about that is there are so many kinds of marketing today they're passive. Social media is passive marketing, even sphere of influence. And we run a sphere and referral business. It's still passive. You're ultimately waiting on someone to call you, versus the way you're working open houses. You're going out and creating opportunity. You're meeting new people. You're presenting an opportunity for them to sell. And maybe they do, maybe they don't, but if they don't, they appreciated it, and you've got an opportunity now to follow up with them in the future. So pretty that's great advice. That's great advice.
Yeah, no, and there's gonna be a point in your business that you are gonna do so much that one day your goal is that you don't wanna do marketing anymore. You don't wanna Marketing is always a thing. We have to always do marketing.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a moment that you don't have to pay so much that people are already going to identify you. They're already gonna know you. They're gonna see you in the store and, oh, are you an agent? Oh, I saw your sign. Oh, I saw you were sponsoring this event or this and that. That's why it's important to show up, to be out there, to sponsor community activities, door knockings. People, when you are continuing, there's consistency in your business, there's gonna be results.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And like you said, just doing activity when you continue to show up. It's amazing how often you get the old quote. Mark Twain used to say, "The harder I work, the luckier I get," and that's true. Right? If you put in the work and you just happen to do an open house, shocking, like at the grocery store before, or at the print shop when you're picking up your flyers or whatever, all that stuff works together. So that's true. Yisbel, you've given us some great advice. Congratulations on your Icon Award. As we wrap up today, any parting thoughts that you'd like to share with the audience?
Yeah, sure. So I would love to close is that 90% of the success on this business, I'm pretty sure you hear it in a different ways, is the attitude, it's your mindset.
Mm.
And the 10% is the circumstance. It doesn't matter what type of market we are, whether buyer's market, seller's market, slow, good, it doesn't matter. The outside cannot predict you how your business is going to be. It's you and your mindset that is going to predict how you want the result and the outcome. So just have the right mindset, the attitude, and surround yourself with the right people and the right team.
Awesome. Way to land an interview. That was brilliant and 100% true. Bill, it's easy to see why you've been such a tremendous success. We'll include links to your socials so people can reach you in Cape Coral, Florida, if they're making a move, or if they just learn more about joining EXP with your group. If you'd like to learn more about EXP, then we'll include links in the comments as well, and we'd love to have that conversation with.
Yeah, we love that. Yes. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Yisbel, have a great week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Have an amazing week.